Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyid al-Mursaleen. Amma ba'd. Amma ba'd. Remember what that girl said? You guys need to sit still. Right. Muhammad, if we've done 40 and we need to get to 42, how many more hadith do we need to do? No, you're going to get yours. 1 minute.
It's one.
2 more hadith. Right. No, technically it's 3 because 40, 41, 42, 3. Right. But after today it's going to be 2. Right. Saleh, if we did these 40 hadith in 5 weeks, how many have we done per week?
Wait.
Sit back. Go back.
8.
8. Good. So 8 times 5 equals 40. Good. Right. Now, I want from you guys, before we do today's hadith, I'm going to give you a situation. How would you feel if you were in a strange place? I want some feelings. I want some adjectives. And how would you feel if you were in a lost place? Right. So now, let's start with the small one. Small one, how would you feel if you were in a strange place?
Scared.
Scared. Okay.
Feel weird and new.
Okay. In a strange place, would you feel weird?
Yeah.
What's yours, Saleh?
Weird.
Weird.
Weird, and you feel like no one's gonna be your friend.
Okay, good. No friends.
And
What?
it's like you. Yeah.
Okay. It's a weird. Okay, weird. No friends. Let's take 2 more. Muhammad, how would you feel if you're in a strange place?
I know this.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, Saleh, 1 minute.
Worried.
Oh, good. Worried, yeah. Why would you be worried?
Because something might just creep
Okay,
on.
yeah. Saleh?
You feel like you're gonna be bullied
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
you might be a different skill color
Oh, yeah.
and you might be in an area where there's loads of racist people.
Oh, yeah, good, yeah. So, yeah, very good. Really good, mashallah. Okay, how would you feel if you were lost?
Scared. Scared again.
Scared again. Would you feel...
Terrified, petrified.
All right, 1 minute.
Horrified.
All right, okay. Stop using the same words. Stop using synonyms. Lost. Would you feel safe if you were lost?
No.
Okay, so not safe.
Unless you were like in a police station or something.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say next. You could be lost, but you could be in a safe place. But then how would you feel?
Scared and lost.
You wouldn't be scared because you feel safe. Say you're in a police station and you're waiting to see if they can find your parents. How would you feel?
You were like waiting?
Yeah, but how do you know? Do you know that they're going to find your parents?
Yeah, no.
You don't know that, so then
You're
so you'd be worried.
and if they're not gonna come, you're gonna miss them.
Yeah, so you're going to feel lonely.
But you can just go with the police.
Okay, so say you're lost. Say you're lost. Would you feel like going to the takeaway and having a really nice pizza and a milkshake? Would you be able to enjoy things? Not really.
You won't
not.
be able to enjoy your life.
Yeah, you won't be able to enjoy. You won't be able to have that much fun. You can have a little bit of fun because you can still go, but you'll still be worried at the back of your head.
You're going to have to work as a police if you stay in a police station.
Okay, is there one more thing if you feel lost?
And if you work with the police, then you won't be worried.
What if there are no police and you're lost?
Not safe.
Not safe. That's already there. Worried, scared, lonely,
Petrified.
Would you feel like you really, really want to go back home?
Yeah.
So you'd feel like really desperate, wouldn't you? You'd be desperate to go back home. Right. These are just some examples of today's hadith. Because in this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, live in this world as if you were in a strange place or as if you were lost. Now, what does that mean? It basically means that this dunya, no. What it basically means that this dunya is not our home. And it basically means that whilst we're in this dunya, we're lost. Where is your home?
In Jannah.
In Jannah.
No, in the hellfire.
No, it's Jannah.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember,
You go home.
exactly, we're supposed to go home. But if you don't remember that you're supposed to go home, then you're going to get lost and you're going to go away from the correct path. And then you will go to the hellfire.
So
if
then
Allah
you
protects.
won't be able to walk to the police station if you know where it is, and you'll get distracted by say that there's like a Nintendo in a game shop.
So basically, the hellfire is the place where you're lost, but in Jannah,
No.
you have to.
No.
Is your house.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, Muhammad. Yes, exactly right. I thought you were going to say something else. This dunya... Can you sit still, please? Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. This dunya, right, is not a place where we're supposed to be staying forever. The Prophet ﷺ said, this dunya should be a place like we're in a strange place. We shouldn't feel too relaxed here. Because if you feel too relaxed, then you will go off the right path and you will you'll forget about Jannah.
You'll go to the police station.
You'll get distracted and you won't feel like going to Jannah. You'll think, here is a nice place because I've got food, I've got a nice bed, I've got a house, I can have fun, I can go to the park, I can... sometimes people even end up doing sins and listening to music and watching things they shouldn't be watching and playing games that they shouldn't be playing. You know why? Because they don't realize that we are in a strange place and we are lost. And we all can only ever really relax when we get into Jannah. Allah make us from the people who enter Jannah. Say Ameen. So the Prophet ﷺ said in this hadith, let's read it. Hadith number 40.
On the 30 of Ibn Umar, who said the Messenger of Allah sallallahu took hold of my shoulders and said, be in this world as though you are a stranger.
As though you are a
stranger
or a
wayfarer.
Wayfarer. Yeah, a wayfarer is basically somebody who is lost. So he took hold of his shoulders, Ibn Umar radiallahu anh. That's the son of Umar, the Prophet ﷺ, one of his best friends. And his name is Abdullah. Now he took hold of his shoulder. What does it mean he took hold of his shoulder? What does it mean if I take hold of your... Yeah, what does it mean if I hold your shoulder like that? If I hold your shoulder like that, what do you think I'm doing? Yeah, but what do you think I'm doing? If I say to you, be in this dunya as if you're in a strange place or if you're lost. What am I doing?
Telling you.
Yeah, but how? Am I just telling you just like normal? Like, pass me the salt. Can you give me some ketchup? I need some ketchup for my chips. Is that the same thing? No. Or is he saying, give me some ketchup for my chips? I need the salt right now. What's he doing if he grabs hold of your shoulder? If somebody grabs hold of your shoulder, what happens? Yes, exactly. The Prophet ﷺ in this hadith, he's showing emphasis, like he's taking the person's hand. He cares about Abdullah ibn Umar. Yeah? So that example that we just gave about the salt and the ketchup, it wasn't about the Prophet, obviously, before, and people start thinking that we're making fun of the Prophet ﷺ. We're not allowed to do that. But I'm just showing you that if I grab hold of your hand and say, give me the ketchup. Hey, give me the salt. I really need it. The Prophet ﷺ is showing Abdullah ibn Umar, is showing him the importance of this message. Can you pay attention, please? Okay? So what did he say to him? Be in this dunya as if you are in a strange place. How would you feel if you thought that this dunya was a safe place to live in, then you wouldn't have these things. But the Prophet ﷺ is telling Ibn Umar that no, this place is a place where you should be scared. What are you scared of? Shaitan. Why is it weird? Because you're trying to do good deeds where other people don't want to do those good deeds. Why do you have no friends? Because
everyone else is like telling you to do bad, but you're not listening, so they
exactly,
instead, they're gonna bully.
You could end up being bullied, So people are really mean to Muslims around the world. And we just have to expect that. We're just going to have to realize that that's going to happen to us.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. But you need to remain firm on your religion. And if somebody is being rude to you and calling you names, don't think, forget Islam. Islam must not be real. No, the Prophet ﷺ is telling you, no, you're in a strange place. That's going to happen. You know, some people, they end up stop being Muslim because they get bullied. And they think, you know what, Islam can't be the correct religion. These people must be right because they're bullying me. They're calling me names. They're saying bad things about my religion. So it must be true. But that's not the case because they don't realize that they're in a strange place. Why would you be worried?
They're doing magic instead of.
Why would you be worried? What's magic got to do with it?
No, because at the time of the Prophet, they thought that he was a magician.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, exactly, yeah. So they call the Prophet ﷺ names. The Prophet ﷺ went through all of this himself. Why would you be worried? What are you worried about? If you're in a strange place, why would you be?
Hellfire.
Yeah, so you're worried that you might not make it home. You're worried that you might not see your family again. You're worried that you might not have a house when you leave this life. Okay, so that's the strange place part. What does it mean that if you're lost? So if you're lost, don't get distracted. So now when we go, for example, to London, yeah? And if you stop at the service station, yeah? Do you go to the service station and go to the toilet and get something to eat, get something to drink and think, you know what, I think I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to go to London. Would anyone do that? That's the same thing.
Because where's your bed and stuff?
That's the same thing that people end up doing in this dunya. They think, you know what, the service station is the place. It's so fun here. It's so nice here. They've got video games. They've got all these different things. So they end up getting distracted. So when you're lost, don't get distracted. You will not feel safe. You will be worried for the same things. Why would you be lonely if you're lost?
Because you feel like no one's going to be your friend.
Yeah.
Or then there'll be no one there when you're lost.
Good boy, you really want to go back home. Every day you're thinking about going back home. You're thinking about Jannah. You're not able to enjoy. Now this is very important. Because this point here, people end up losing. And that because of that, they end up forgetting about Jannah. Now, you know when you have something to eat in this dunya, is it the same as Jannah? No, because in Jannah, there's things that we've not even heard of. There's things that we've not even tasted. There's things that we've not even smelled.
Like that giant grape.
Yeah, exactly. The Prophet ﷺ once saw a grape and he said, if I took it, you'd be eating from that grape until the Day of Judgment. That's how long you'd be eating from it.
Whoa, that was pretty big grape.
Exactly, and it must taste really, really nice. So then, how can you enjoy things in this dunya? Because these things that you eat in this dunya, the things that you eat in this dunya, sometimes they don't taste nice. Sometimes you get full and you can't have any more. Sometimes you need to go to the toilet after. Sometimes it makes you do smelly afterwards. Yeah? All of that shows you that you're not really able to enjoy. In Jannah, there is no such thing like that. You know, in the toilet in the day of the toilet in Jannah, you know what happens? So say you've eaten something or drunk something, perfume comes out your body. Perfume comes out your body instead of something else. And that's how your body lets go of it. So now you just put some perfume on and you'll be like, nothing bad in Jannah, look at that. Will you ever feel too full?
So, basically,
no, exactly.
If you wanted to go toilet and do some business, then you like...
No, there are no toilets in Jannah. That's the point. There are no toilets. You will not go to sleep.
But what if everyone's
basically,
nobody will get tired.
So basically you can do it in front of everyone.
Yeah, as in, it will be perfume that comes out, yeah. So, how can you enjoy things in this dunya when it comes with so many bad things? Like every single good thing in this dunya that you have fun doing, it has bad things that come with it. Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
True.
So then the Prophet ﷺ is telling us here, this is how it feels when you're lost. And also, when you're lost, you won't get to have the same things that you have in your home. So now, whilst you are lost, say you're in the service station again, you will not have a bed.
Or you're in the
You will not have a garden. Or you're in the forest. You will not have a bed. You will not have a garden. You will not have a kitchen. You will not have a toilet. You will not have a shower.
You will have a toilet.
There are certain things. Okay, you probably do have a toilet in the service station.
And a garden.
Okay, everyone be quiet now. But the things that you miss from home, you don't have them. Yeah. So now there's so many things in this dunya that you don't have that exist in the akhirah. For example, candy floss rainbows. For example, chocolate wells.
Huh?
For example,
chocolate
wells.
Oh, wow.
For example, cars made out of donuts.
What?
For example,
donut cards.
crystal tents. For example,
Camping all day.
yeah. What? Go on.
a grass-made
From
horse. A grass-made horse.
a horse made out of grass. That's nice. I'm just thinking about food. You're thinking about animals. That's quite good.
I think about pizza.
A house made out of pizza.
No,
A house
the
made out
chimney's
of
gonna be
gold.
the pizza.
A house made out of gold. We know that.
Gold
The
and
horse is-
silver mixed up.
Exactly, yeah.
together,
Gold and
it
silver
makes
bricks.
it-
Yeah. So there's so many things in this dunya that we're not really truly able to enjoy because we don't have them. Just like if you're in the service station, you don't have your bed. It's missing. So there's all these things in Jannah that we don't have here. They're missing. That's because they don't exist here.
What, you could buy a bed?
Yes, but like the bed in Jannah, floating in the sea, floating in the sky. That's
How
got
do you
wings.
know it's floating?
That's got wings, and it can take you really, really far away.
How do you know?
Imagine a flying bed. Right, so the
I wouldn't be
Prophet,
scared of
and
heights.
you wouldn't be scared. There's nothing bad in Jannah. Just like you don't have bad smells in Jannah, and you don't get tired in Jannah. You don't feel scared. You don't feel worried. You got friends. All of these things are gone in Jannah as well. That's a very good point that you just made.
can't sleep in Jannah.
You don't feel desperate. You feel safe. You don't feel scared. You don't feel weird. You don't feel bullied. There's nothing bad in Jannah. So the Prophet ﷺ told us, be in this dunya as if you were living in, or as if you were in a strange place, or if you were lost. Now, Ibn Umar used to say, now this is connected to the hadith. Let's just read this very quickly, then we can finish. Ibn Umar used to say, if you reach the evening, then don't wait until the morning. And if you reach the morning, then don't wait until the evening. Meaning, try your best to remember your place in Jannah all the time. In the morning, cover your mouth. In the morning and in the evening. So he said, take advantage of your health before your sickness. Like, when you're healthy and everything is calm and relaxed, make sure you use that to do good deeds, because there's going to be a time when you become poorly and you wished that you could do certain good deeds. And look after your life before your death, because once death comes, there's no way that you can go back. You know what? One last thing. There's one uncle, he asked me, when I make sajda, he's not able to make sajda on the ground. He has to pray sitting.
Mm-hmm.
He said, when I pray on the chair, I'm not able to put my head on the ground. Will I get the same reward as you who puts his head on the ground? What do you think the answer is?
No.
The answer is yes, because remember the hadith we did before. If a person
Because
wants
he
to
intended to do it.
yeah, exactly. So whoever wants to do the good deed, he will get the same reward. But now the point here is, he's not able to do it, and we still are. So now, whilst you've got the chance to do any good deed, then do it. Ibn Umar is saying, do it, because you're in a strange place and you are lost. And the only way you can go back to that place of where you actually belong is by doing good deeds. Right, tell me one thing that you learned from this hadith, Muhammad. Oh.
So the jungle is not actually the place you're lost. Even the house is the place you're lost.
Okay, so then where are we supposed to be?
In high up in Jannah.
Well done. Saleh, what did you learn in today's hadith?
That we were all supposed to be in Jannah in the first place.
Yeah, and then what happened?
That then we aren't. We just
Then we-
went here for punishment.
And then we got distracted. So don't continue being distracted. Well done. That's a very nice point.
So, then we got distracted. Then we settled down and we need technology. And then we had to go back. And then
Exactly, yeah. People are getting distracted by so many different things. You're right, yeah. Oh Allah, help us to be strangers and help us to remember that we are strangers. Yeah, we are strangers. Help us to remember that we are strangers and help us to remember that we are lost. Help us to go back home and help us to do good deeds to help us prepare. هذا والله أعلم صلى الله على نبينا محمد.